Yeah, no, there's a lot of different regulations in different countries. One of the things that Fourthline has really tried to do for our business partners is cut through the noise, understand the intricacies, the modalities, the little nuances of the different requirements per country, do the hard work, find the best solutions for our business partners, build the most frictionless customer onboarding journeys, and really help our customers understand how to find the balance between conversion, regulatory oversight, but also fraud reduction as well. We see a lot of new markets coming under regulation. We see a lot of regulators upping their game, especially when it comes to AI. But I think with the right partner, financial institutions can find that balance and find the right solutions for them. It's a really good question. So a lot of people talk about AI being used on the fraud side. So injection fraud, deep fakes. But I think it's very important to remember that AI has been used on the fraud prevention side for a lot longer. We pioneered using AI in our system 6 years ago. We have a head start. And fraudsters will always try and abuse the system. They'll always try novel ways of getting their way into the financial system. But as long as tech vendors, as long as banks are innovative, ask hard questions of their vendors, of their partners, make sure that vendors are iterating, continually developing their systems and their products, we can stay one step ahead of fraudsters. Some of the technologies that we see being really useful in countering fraud could be NFC technology. Most of our telephones, or pretty much every telephone that someone's walking around with, has NFC scanners within them. Most government-approved documents have NFC chips within them. So the scanning of the NFC chips combined with biometrics and doc capture could be a really strong way of countering some of that fraud. So as well as NFC, another thing that we see a lot of clients using is post-onboarding monitoring of individuals. So what happens afterwards? The KYC onboarding is really the start of the journey. Afterwards, you can authenticate the customers, use authentication tools to continually check and make sure that the person that you're interacting with was the person that you contracted with at the start of your journey. So there are different tools available to business partners, to FIs that they can use, and ask deep questions of their vendors. Make sure that they're continually improving, continually developing their products to stay on top of the fraud space. There'll be a lot more regulation. A lot of the markets that are currently actively used in financial services that are not regulated will come under regulation, which isn't a bad thing. It actually creates some robustness, some security in the market. And regulation doesn't have to mean friction or loss of conversion. By choosing the best-in-class tech providers, tech partners to work with innovative proprietary technologies, you can find that balance between conversion, fraud reduction, and being on the right side of regulation. So speak to the regulators, make sure the regulators are comfortable with the solutions that you have available, speak to your tech providers, make sure they have the right solutions for you, and be forward-thinking and really challenge the market to come up with novel ideas of novel ways of tackling fraud. But regulation isn't a bad thing, and being able to navigate it is one of the most important things that you can do.